Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It is Dr. Goat here once again. It's currently 5:11 a.m. on a Sunday, and me and Jade are getting ready to make about a 5-hour trip each way to go and look at a car for me for the winter. So probably show you along as we go, and yeah, we'll see how this turns out. I'm really hoping the car's actually in good shape and that we end up bringing it back, because I really don't want to waste a Sunday going and looking at a car and not getting it. So we'll see though. So we have made it to Illinois, and we are just outside the city that we're supposed to be meeting the guy at. I didn't realize until we got closer that there's a time difference between here and Michigan. Michigan is an hour ahead of Illinois. So yeah, it's 11:16 a.m., which would technically for us be 12:16. So this is the time that I had planned on looking at the car, and to be honest, we got here at their time, 9 a.m., quite a bit early, and still waiting to hear back from the guy. So hoping to hear back from him soon, but until then we're just kind of sitting here, right? Yeah. Okay, so we finally heard from him. We are in the parking lot where he wanted to meet, so just waiting on him to show up now. Okay guys, so it is a few days later now. As you guys know, up to this point, me and Jade woke up at 5 a.m. on a Sunday to head to Illinois, which was about 5 hours each way. We ended up getting there at their time, 9 a.m., when we were supposed to meet the guy at noon. So we sat around for 3 hours there, and I tried getting a hold of him a couple times. He finally replied to me about 20 minutes before we were actually supposed to meet, and we went to the spot where we were supposed to meet him, and that's about all you guys seen. So to break it down for you, why this trip ended up being such a waste of time was I was going to look at an 03 Subaru WRX wagon, and if I still had the pictures, I would show you guys. It looked great in the pictures. Like, the car looked solid and everything. Only thing was in his ad that he said that it needed rear brakes. No big deal, I can do that. I had messaged him kind of asking if I had any rust, any issues with the engine, and what all was going on with the brakes. Only thing he had replied to about that was about the brakes. He believed that one of them was kind of froze, And yeah, so I just kind of assumed, pictures looked good. He didn't say anything about rust or engine issues, so we're all good. So anyways, fast forward, we get there, sit around for 3 hours before we finally get to meet him, and we're sitting at the place. All of a sudden I hear what sounds to me like a Subaru come around the corner. Look back, there he is. As he's getting closer, all I can hear is the brakes just going, just terrible, loud. And I was like, oh my God, I've got to drive that back to Michigan. Like, ugh. But I was still gonna do it at that point. I was like, brakes are rough, but whatever. And let me tell you, as soon as he pulled in and came around and parked by us, I knew right at that point I didn't want the car. So as soon as he pulls up, I can see on the front fender here, right behind the wheel, that bottom little chunk there, all rust. Wasn't happy about that. And then right around by the back wheel there, literally looked like someone had busted the metal. It was so rusted out. And then it was like that on both sides, mind you. And then to top it off, they've got these little black covers for the rocker panels. Well, I feel up under there, and the rockers are pretty much completely rusted out. So needless to say, the body of the car was shot. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting for a little over $4,000, but I just, pictures looked good, so it's got to be good. But yeah, just going off the body alone, those pictures that he had posted had to have been like when he got the car, or maybe even before that. I don't know. Had to have been years before this. So yeah, all that. I asked him to pop the hood. He did. Engine just dirty, of course, and wires everywhere. I'm skeptical of it right there. Hoses look like they are getting ready to bust, like they're so fragile. I asked him if it ran good, any issues, and no, runs great. That's it. Like right there, just sounded like a scammer to me, but maybe there's a reason he kind of was. But then he'd also mentioned it had STI seats in it, which I thought were pretty cool that he had that in there. And he said, oh yeah, by the way, there's some light on. I can't remember what light, but some light on because the plug-in for the seat, I don't know. Okay, whatever. Asked him to take it for a test drive. Got in it. Start the car. There's whatever that light was again. Battery light and some other light were all on. Didn't say anything about those other lights. And yeah, so I already knew I didn't want it at that point. But then I pull out of this parking lot that we were in. Literally 200 foot down the road is the corner. Stop there at the light. Take off. I shift in second, and I feel the whole car just kind of kick back into the driver's side, and it made a pretty loud bang noise. And I was like, what was that? And he just kind of turns and looks in the back seat, and he's, I don't know, something. Like, dude, like, how do you not? He had to have experienced that before. And like literally all of this, the rust, any lights being on the dash, the way the engine bay looked, how bad the brakes were, he literally said nothing about any of that to me. And I just, as soon as I seen the car, I was like, okay, it wasted a whole day here. doing this because I do not want the car. So it was a rough day, and that was honestly the first time I've ever had someone screw me over that bad. Like, I didn't give him any money beforehand or anything, but I wasted a whole day there, and just, that's what my previous video was about, the whole how to sell a car online. Just all 5 things that I mentioned in that video tied into that and would have prevented me from even going there. Like, I would have literally looked at his post for 20 seconds and been like, okay, I don't want that. But I don't know, I guess it is what it is. It taught me a lesson to ask more questions, and you know, when you see something that looks too good to be true, there's a chance it is. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of what started out to be me going to look at and potentially buy a car, and turned into me ranting here about what a terrible experience it was. So if you did enjoy the video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up, drop a comment down below. Was I in the wrong for, you know, not asking enough questions, or was he in the wrong for, you know, lying about it in his pictures and his description and what he said to me? I don't know. I'm kind of placing the blame on both of us. So, and as always, please subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.